YouTube ads versus Facebook ads. This is the question everyone wants to know: which platform works better and where should you be investing your ad dollars to market your business? Well, in this video, we're gonna break it down. We're gonna talk about the benefits of Facebook ads and some of the downsides. We'll talk about the benefits of YouTube ads and some of the downsides. And at the end, we're gonna compare the two of them and let you know where you should put your hard-earned ad dollars. So let's dive in. All right, first off, let's talk about Facebook ads. So there's a lot of big benefits that Facebook ads have. Facebook ads are gonna allow you to reach people on Facebook based on their likes, their interests, pages that they like, and also other ads they've interacted with. So Facebook does have an algorithm they've been cultivating over time, and there's a lower barrier to entry. So you do have the ability to very quickly tap into their algorithm, put in a few different likes and interests, create a simple ad. It can be an image ad or a video ad to get in front of people and start getting conversions. So this seems very appetizing at the beginning, and it's easy to get into the platform quickly. There's a lot of resources out there. A lot of people understand how to use Facebook ads. There is a little bit of that intuitive system at the beginning. The problems start to arise on Facebook when you start to try and scale your campaigns, or if you're looking for a certain degree of results at scale. Because yes, you can get some results earlier on. However, Facebook runs into a couple big problems. One has been lead costs rising. This has been across the board. A lot of different platforms are facing this too. We'll talk about YouTube. YouTube has some lead costs rising, but on Facebook, it's actually been more so. One of the reasons that lead costs are rising more on Facebook is because of those iOS updates that have come out that block those privacy settings. Now, this has affected Facebook more than YouTube. And we'll dive into YouTube in just a second, because of the fact that Facebook is heavily reliant on third-party data. What's third-party data? It's data from other applications that go in to feed Facebook's data. Essentially, what Apple has done with their iOS update is put a gigantic wall between these third-party apps and Facebook to not let all that data pass through if you've declined tracking and advertiser profiles. Now, Facebook can still collect all the data that it has about you on the Facebook platform, but no longer can it collect all that data from all those other apps. Now, you'll notice that Facebook is very different than Google and YouTube. On Google and YouTube, people are searching for things all the time, so it's a lot easier to collect that first-party data on YouTube versus on Facebook. It's more people scrolling through feeds, looking at different posts. There's not as much first-party data, and the third-party data is affected. So lead costs have started to go up. By the way, I got into a couple of the technical granular details. All you need to know is that lead costs are getting higher on Facebook and more rapidly than YouTube and YouTube ads when we talk about that, because they were more reliant on that third-party data from other apps that Apple has now blocked. And so you've probably heard about this in the news, how Facebook and Apple are going against each other, and that's because of some of these challenges that Apple has really imparted on Facebook. So advertisers are starting to see costs go up. Another reason that lead costs are higher on Facebook is because there's a red ocean. A lot of people are advertising. There's a lower barrier to entry, which is good because it's easy for you to dive in, but there's a flip side to that. The flip side is, with a lower barrier to entry, anyone can go in and set up Facebook ads very easily, and then all of a sudden you're competing with everyone else. That's what's called a red ocean, where everybody is competing with each other in this gigantic red ocean of competition. There's all these different challenges by trying to compete against one another, driving up your overall lead costs. And finally, another challenge that Facebook ads have is with scaling. Because it's all reliant on the algorithm, one of the challenges is being able to scale up your ads once you have a campaign that works really well, because every factor is included in the algorithm. And so one of the things that a lot of people experience is they have a campaign that works well at a small scale, but when they try to scale it up, it runs into some issues. Now, on the other side, it is easy to scale a campaign and spend more money, but the results don't always follow. A little bit different than YouTube, and we're gonna get into that in a second, where it might be a little more challenging to scale up that campaign if you don't know what you're doing. However, as you scale, when you do scale, the results tend to continue to perform like they did before. Now, so Facebook, in a nutshell, there's a few things that are going for it. First off, it's easy to dive into. There's some low-hanging fruit audiences you can target. It has a low barrier to entry. It's a lot easier to learn how to set it up. But then there's a flip side to that. One of the challenges that Facebook has is, because there's such a low barrier to entry, there's a lot of people, a lot of competition, a lot of red ocean. And in addition to that, when you try and scale up campaigns, sometimes because it's so heavily reliant on an algorithm, there are more challenges scaling. And then of course, the issues with lead costs rising due to that increased competition and the iOS updates. So that's Facebook ads. Now let's dive into YouTube ads and talk about some of the benefits and some of the downsides of YouTube ads. So on the YouTube ad side of things, there are some big benefits. Some of the big benefits that you have is the ability to target people with laser-like precision. You can reach the right person with the ability to invest at the right time in 3 dimensions. And that's because YouTube is an intent-based platform. Unlike Facebook and other platforms where you're just scrolling through, YouTube is actually built around search and intent. Think about the last time you were on YouTube. People go to YouTube for 2 reasons, either to be entertained or to learn. And you want to target the people that are looking to learn, because if they're looking to learn, odds are you can provide value with whatever service, coaching, consulting, product, whatever it is that you happen to be offering. So you can get in front of them and educate them on why your service or product is better than everything else out there and how it can solve their problems. So you reach people in the learner's mindset. Now, one of the benefits here is you have intent. You're not just targeting based on who the person is, right? So who they are, which you can do on Facebook as well, and also the demographics, so the location, household income, things like that. You can also do that on Facebook. But you have a 3rd dimension that you can't do on Facebook that you can do on YouTube, and that is intent. That's reaching someone at the right time, reaching the right person with the ability to invest at the right time. So you can target somebody based on the videos that they're watching right now. So if they're watching a video on how to lose weight and you have a weight loss offer or you're a personal trainer, you can get in front of them with that video at that exact moment. They're watching videos already trying to lose weight and get in front of them with the right ad. Now, other benefits on the YouTube side of things is because it has video and audio is on, video is on, you actually have the benefit, and people can't skip for 5 seconds, to actually really capture their attention. You have a hook that pulls them in, you provide value, and you get them to take action. And so this creates a better user experience, especially for people in that learner's mindset that are ready to go. Instead of people just scrolling through on Facebook, you're actually going and getting in front of them at the right time with a video that captures their attention. Now, that causes not only for you to be able to get more leads at a lower cost, but also the leads are higher quality because they're watching a video. Studies have found that people that watch a video are far more likely to make purchase decisions than people that just click on an image ad. And the reason for that is they're now actually consuming more. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, a video is worth 1,000,000. And that's what you're providing them. You're getting in front of them with a video that allows them to connect with you, your products, your services, your coaching, consulting, whatever it happens to be on video so that they're ready to take action. And so those are some of the big benefits of YouTube. The other benefit that I would say before I get into some of the downsides of YouTube as well, and then we'll do our full comparison, the other big benefit of YouTube is when you scale, you can scale more efficiently. So we're gonna talk about in a second that a lot of people face challenges scaling massively with one YouTube campaign, and that's because you actually have to follow a different method of scaling. We call our tree scaling strategy. We're gonna get into that in just a second. But before we get into that, what I do wanna talk about is the benefit of scaling your YouTube campaigns. Because you're targeting the right person with the ability to invest at the right time, which is actually pinpointing that perfect person when they're ready to invest, you can actually scale up those campaigns and see very consistent returns with minimal decrease to the return on your ad spend. And that's because you're literally just buying more of what works. Instead of on Facebook, you're putting more money into the algorithm and hoping that it'll work. On YouTube, when you find that this combination of this audience and this video and this targeting, all of those things work, you can spend more, and more often than not, you're actually gonna see a similar result as you scale up, so you can actually linearly scale those results and get more of what's already working. So it's a lot better to scale campaigns on YouTube. So now let's talk about some of the downsides of YouTube. One of the big downsides is there is more of a barrier to entry. I'll be completely honest, right? It's hard to know exactly how to craft a video. You have to put a video together, you have to script it out. Then you also have to make sure that it hits all the right points, the hook, the educate, the call to action, all those elements. Then you also need to make sure that you're targeting the right people, you're setting up the campaigns the right way. It can be daunting learning a new platform. Facebook does make it a little bit easier to dive in right off the bat, and there is more of a barrier to entry on YouTube, both with creating video content and then also knowing how to target people with that content. But there's a big advantage here as well, because if you know how to do all of these things, then you're able to efficiently leverage YouTube. And because there's a barrier to entry, there's less competition on YouTube, and it's more of a blue ocean. Blue ocean is where there's less competition, you're free to roam around, and you can have your pick at your ideal clients. Versus over on Facebook, there's so many people competing, it is very easy to set up those campaigns. So while it might be a downside that YouTube campaigns are a little harder to learn, once you do learn them and once you do master them, it can be a lot more efficient for you, and there's less competition because a lot of people never get over that hurdle of learning YouTube ads and using them efficiently. And so that's actually one of the things that we help with as well. If you click one of the links down below, I'll share a couple of resources. One is our YouTube ads webinar. It's completely free. It's an hour-long webinar where I dive into exactly how you can use YouTube ads to scale your business to 7, 8 figures or more. We cover our entire strategy, all the different things we're talking about here, the targeting, the scripts, all the different elements. And then we also have down below my 19-page YouTube ads PDF. So depending on your learning style, that might be better for you. It's 19 pages. Again, it's completely free. You can download it using the link below, and you can go through those pages, and I walk you through step by step exactly how you can use YouTube ads to scale your business and all the different things you need to do step by step. So that should make it a little bit easier and really decrease that learning curve and that barrier to entry. And so finally, another element that's probably a little bit of a challenge on YouTube is similar to the barrier to entry. A lot of people get it wrong. A lot of people dive in and they don't craft the right video. They just reuse a Facebook video or a video they already had. A lot of people don't know how to efficiently scale their videos. So they're just ballooning up one campaign instead of using our tree scaling strategy, which, by the way, we're gonna have another YouTube video. We'll link that in an annotation card once that comes out. And so we're gonna have a tree scaling strategy. So you wanna make sure you're targeting the right people. We've our 3D YouTube ads, right person with the ability to invest at the right time, with the right ad itself, hook, educate, call to action, and then also you're scaling up those campaigns using the tree scaling strategy. You don't wanna scale like a balloon. Balloons pop, trees are strong and sturdy, and that's what we teach people how to use and how to scale on YouTube. And so we'll have some trainings on that. You can also click the link down below to watch any of our other trainings that we've already made. So on the YouTube side, some of the big benefits are the fact that it has intent, right? So you can get in front of the right person at the right time when somebody's actually in the learner's mindset. It's a blue ocean with lower lead costs because it has a higher barrier to entry. That actually is a good thing. It's a pro and a con. We'll talk about, again, the con in a second, but it actually has a higher barrier to entry. So when you get in there, you're swimming in a big blue ocean, less competition, lower lead cost, and also an increase of quality because you're getting in front of people on video when they're actually looking for what you have to offer. So if you know how to leverage that, then you're reaching people at the perfect time and you'll have that higher quality for a lower cost. And finally, the fourth thing is you also have the benefit of being able to scale more efficiently. Now we'll talk about how it might be a little more challenging to scale to larger degrees if you don't know the right strategies. However, on the plus side, unlike Facebook where, yeah, you can scale as much budget as you want, but it's gonna get less efficient as you go, on YouTube, there's a lot more efficiency because of the way that the targeting works and the way that the platform works. So YouTube ads versus Facebook ads, which one is better? Well, after you add up all the pros and all the cons, YouTube ads are the best place to invest your ad spend right now. There are so many challenges on Facebook these days, with lead costs going up and through the roof, and even when you have great campaigns, they're very challenging and tough to scale and actually keep that efficiency as you scale them. One of the other problems with Facebook is because there's so much competition, it's a red ocean. You also have the fact that you have all these different people competing, which is driving up those lead costs, making it more and more expensive. And you don't get to choose when you reach people. You're very beholden to an algorithm, which, especially after the recent iOS updates, has been having a lot of challenges. On the other side, YouTube ads are more of a blue ocean. Now, the downside is there is a higher barrier to entry. But once you get past that barrier, and we've got resources down below to help you overcome that hurdle, once you get past that barrier, you're swimming in a big blue ocean. There's less competition, there's more ability to reach your ideal clients, and you can reach them on video when they're in the learner's mindset, when they're actually looking up a solution to their problems, they're watching videos on YouTube, and you can get in front of those videos with your ads. That also allows you to target people based on time. Not just who they are as a person, but also what are they watching right now, what are they doing. If they're looking up ways to lose weight or grow their business or whatever it happens to be, then you can run ads in front of those videos with your products or services similar to those videos. That way you know they're in that mindset already and you can get in front of them at the perfect time. Now, in addition to that, that also means that your lead costs are going to be lower and your quality is going to be higher because it's on video, there's less competition, and it's more efficient to scale. Now, it's a little more challenging to scale massively all at once if you don't know the right way to scale, and we talk about that in some of our videos and trainings down below. So, YouTube versus Facebook, YouTube ads is the clear winner. And if you want to learn how to use YouTube ads, you can click the links down in the description below. We have our full YouTube ads webinar where I'll show you exactly step-by-step how you can scale your business using YouTube ads. Now, if you don't know already, I've scaled my own business ad outreach to over 8 figures, landing number 60 on the Inc. 5000 list of the fastest growing companies in America using YouTube ads and omnipresent retargeting in the back end. And so YouTube ads bring all of those leads in, but even better than my own personal results are the results I've gotten for my clients. I've generated over $200 million in revenue for our clients using YouTube ads, and that's the same thing that you can achieve as well when you start using YouTube ads in your own business. I've seen firsthand how beneficial it is, and that's why I put together those trainings down below. So if you want to learn YouTube ads for yourself, click those links down below. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I'm Alric Heck from Ad Outreach. Be sure to subscribe, turn on the notification icon. You're not going to want to miss my video on YouTube ads versus TikTok ads. We're going to be diving into a lot of things over there as well, so be sure to stay tuned. Like the video, share it with a friend. Let me know in the comments down below. Are you on the same page? YouTube ads beat Facebook ads? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to see your comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.